Hello everyone, you're watching SK Live. I'm your host Indranil Basu. Today we have Mr. Imran Tahir with us. Imran bhai, thanks a lot for sparing your time and coming on SK Live. कहाँ पर है आप? Where exactly are you right now?
Thanks, first of all, having me. We are in Abu Dhabi, and
Okay.
I'm representing Deccan Gladiators, playing in T10. It's my first time, so quite excited, and also looking for a challenge every day, whoever we're gonna play against, because it's a very good and tough competition.
T10, is it the way forward? हम सुन रहे कि Olympics में cricket will be there at some point. Do you think cricket T10 is the way forward for all of us?
Yeah, look, I think for me it's more for the opportunities for the young boys. I have to be honest. I personally don't think it's fair on the bowlers because the pitch has been flat. Obviously, the guys got the best bats in the world. It's very easy to hit sixes and stuff, and I guess that's what people want to see. But also on the other side, like I mentioned, if it's a great opportunity for the youngsters. Who can obviously get opportunity and show their abilities and then make their future.
Do you think a lot of been talked about cricket being in the Olympics? You think T10 is the format, or is it going to be T20?
I think T20 so far it's been the format which everyone loves about it. But look, that's the reason I came to see this, because this is my first time in T10. I wanted to see, like, what kind of cricket is this, and look, it's a very very tough cricket. I can tell you that. But I'm enjoying it. But I think I rather stick to T20.
Yeah, and you're someone who's played around the world, around the globe, in 40, close to 50 teams, cricket teams. You've played all over the world. You've seen T20 grow. You've seen now you're seeing T10. So what could be the possible difference bowling in T20 and T10?
I think here you've got a very, very little margin. If you miss your length, you go a little bit full. Obviously, you're gonna get punished. Batsman's gonna hit you. I think from here you have to be, even in T20 cricket, but from here, especially here, you have to be from the start. You need to be top of your game. Otherwise, in 3-4 days, you could be enemy for your own team.
I feel really sorry for the bowlers, the way they are hammered all over the park. But your kind of bowling has bring in so much of fresh lease of life. The way you bowl, the way you attack the batsman, and the way you celebrate after getting a wicket. Everything is unique about the bowling, and that's why you have been a top bowler in the world in T20 cricket for such a long time.
I always feel that when I even started cricket, that I wanted to be somebody like who can change the game, who can have a big impact wherever I play, and I think that's what been the goal so far in my whole career. And I always look for challenge. I don't want to hide myself, even in the field. And obviously, when it's come to bowl, I always trying to attack and trying to get wickets for my team. And I think if you look for challenge, you probably be on a successful side more than the losing side. So even though if you lose the game, but as long as you know that you give you 100%, and I think that's what I look for.
Absolutely. And how is Deccan Gladiators? You have a lot of teammates from the West Indies against whom you've been playing IPL for so many years. So tell us about Deccan Gladiators. How is this team?
Look, it's like I said, it's my first time I'm representing Deccan Gladiator. First of all, I want to thank to the team who got me here, our owner and our management. Thanks to them, they have a trust in me. Excuse me, and they got me here. And then look, we got a mixture kind of guy. We got world class players with some junior players coming through the system, and it's really exciting to see that. And I'm really enjoying it personally. Because we got, I think, people from all over the world, and that's nice to see. You get to know each other. You know their culture, and then you can share your culture with them. And then it's just amazing. And it's not only cricket. So we're living as a family, especially in the bubble. And every been very very good so far. And yeah, we like I said, we really want to do well for Deccan Gladiators, and hopefully we will.
I wish Imran bhai, we could see more Indians taking part in these kind of tournaments. And when you have Indian names, Indian franchisees, their names are Deccan Gladiators. We would love to see more Indians coming into these leagues. Be it in Australia, be it in South Africa, be it in Dubai, be it in Abu Dhabi. Isn't it?
Yeah, look, I think every country has their own rule and regulation. I think if for me, I think Indian domestic cricket, they got a good structure going on, and the players, they get paid really well, and I think that's why probably they don't like to go the other countries where they can get to play these T20 formats and stuff, or any other cricket. But I think it's always nice to have Indian players because they're such a talented players and big names. I think if they go abroad and play these formats, I think people love it and they welcome them, and it will be very nice for Indian cricket. And for obviously the cricket where they're gonna go play for the other countries as well. But I mean, like I said, everyone has to follow their board instructions and stuff. But because obviously they're looking after their players, and like I said, so we I mean, other guys, they have to go and look for opportunities elsewhere if obviously they're not getting paid well.
A format like T20, when it came into the world, there was a lot of question mark about spinners, whether they could do well or not. Then we saw Shane Warne, then we saw Imran Tahir. What's the secret of spinners doing so well, and especially leg spinners? They have that tag, match winners.
Uh, yeah, look, like I said, leg spin is always an exciting art. For me, uh, a part of this great art the leg spinners obviously have. Um, but I think also you, as a leg spinner, you always need to look for a challenge. Like I said to you, um, because we can change the game as a leg spinner, any spinner. So, but the thing is that for that you obviously also have to have a big heart, look for challenge, and I think that's what make more exciting leg spin. And then that's the only thing I can think of. But other than that, I think if you just want to get the ball in your hand and you call yourself a leg spinner and you just want to throw it up, I think you're probably just gonna have few games in your pocket. So I'd rather take this art seriously, I guess.
I know, and whenever we play a big tournament and there isn't a in the Indian cricket team, experts from outside always make it a point to say we missed a trick. Leg spinners are the real match winners.
Yeah, that's what I believe also. See, we quite lucky, we have we can obviously learn a lot of variations, and once we get them, and the world at the moment the cricket is going, you have to have variation in your pocket because you can't rely on one or two ball, which is impossible to survive in any obviously T20 format or international cricket. So I mean, I always been a big believer of that, and I'm not sure if anyone agrees with me. But then look, I mean, I still try. I still go to the nets and trying to learn every day something different, which can improve my leg spin.
And what is incredible about your story, the Imran Tahir story, is that making a name for yourself in a lineup which is known for fast bowlers traditionally. Alan Donald, Sean Pollock, I mean, those big names were there, and you come across someone who made it his own name. You have a league of your own, which is remarkable.
Yeah, no, look, I appreciate that. First of all, obviously, I'm really really grateful for the opportunity that South Africa has been giving me, and all my teammates. Without their help and all my captains, I won't be here where I am today. Um, Look, I knew when I got there that the culture is known for fast bowling, and look, like I said to you, that was a challenge. So I had to get into the system and show the selectors, look, this leg spin can change a little bit and help the seamers. And look, I hope that I did the justified with my art and trying to change a little bit, which if I did, then I'm very pleased with it. And but all I can say that, I mean, I learned a lot, and I try to give 200% for South Africa, because for surely, that's what I always wanted to do.
Absolutely, and you've done it and made really all of us proud the way you've displayed your skill. But is age a barrier for you for a spinner like you?
Sorry, I lost you there.
I'm saying, is age a barrier for a spinner like you?
No, I mean, I've been asked this question many times before. Look, to be honest with you, as long as you're doing well, you're doing the job for your team.
Yeah.
I think there is no argue with that, because that's what team needs from you. That's where people want to spend your money on you. There is, I mean, cricket is gone too far. It's too modern now. The game has changed a lot. So if people are not stupid, if they want to buy you, and then they're just gonna keep you in dugout. So if
Yeah.
they're spending money on you, that obviously they know your worth, and it doesn't matter how old are you. If you're fit enough, you're running around fine, and then you're doing what the team requires from you, and that's it. I think for me personally, as long as I'm enjoying my cricket, I'm not gonna hang my boots. I'm gonna obviously keep them under my feet and keep running around.
How is South Africa shaping? There were a lot of reports about South African cricket board, and everything was not in order. Is it falling in place? Is it going in the right direction right now? What's the update from there?
Yeah, look, I think so. I mean, I haven't been around in South Africa. I've been playing from last year or so. I've been away from home 10 months, and I went my own house after 10 months. So it's been a crazy year last year. But look, I think obviously what you hear, I think it's a different thing than what it is real, and what's the fact. So been talking to players. I think there is a lot of positive coming through. And look, I mean, any board can go through pressure, and I think that's what happened last year. But I'm sure that we're going in the right direction. And obviously the big thing is that we're playing cricket, and the team is touring and stuff like that. Especially with the COVID, staying in the bubble, it's not an easy life, but I think we're managing it. And I'm really hope that the team and the board is going in the right direction.
And there was a sort of a crisis in the cricket team also, because so many experienced players just went out, retired from South African cricket team. That created a vacuum. Probably that takes time. Rome was not built in a day. It takes time. So probably it'll take time, and South Africa will turn and come back strong.
Yeah, look, I agree with you. I mean, um, if you have six world class players and they just all decided, they want to
Yeah.
retire, and then it's not easy, because then uh, there's a lot of lots of pressure on youngsters, and I think that's what happened. And then, but I have no doubt, that there's a few really good youngsters coming through, and they're trying to obviously take the senior player spot. But like I said, it's gonna take time, and then we just have to believe in them and then just give them the opportunities.
Imran Bhai, there's also a good thing which is happening in South Africa is that a lot of former cricketers are coming into the system as coaches, as directors. That will also help their cause, isn't it?
Sorry, brother, I lost you there.
I'm seeing a lot of former cricketers are coming into the system in form of coaches and administrative roles. So that will also help cricket South Africa.
Yes, I'm pretty sure. Look, there's obviously it always a big edge if the guy who played the game for so long, and they come and take a charge of obviously the national team, because of the experience. And the person who came in as a coach, he was the player, and he know everything in and out about the players. So I think it becomes very easy job for the coach as well, and help the youngsters, and help the team. So I'm quite big believer on that as well. Like, we should need to see more former cricketers come through the system, and then obviously they take charge of the teams, and that'd be really nice for the players as well.
Did you see the way Indian team played in Australia? And that's a story about IPL. We need a strong T20 tournament, which we saw India starting, 10 years ago, a decade ago. And look where Indian cricket is all about, today. And it's standing so strong. South Africa also needs something like this, isn't it?
Yeah, no, definitely, yes, yeah. Unfortunately, we had league going on. It happened 2 years, but I don't think they have a budget for this year, which is obviously very sad. Like I said, there were a lot of opportunities there for the youngsters. But yeah, no, I want to congratulate Indian team the way they played in Australia. They showed a big heart, big character, and that's what you need when you're playing in Australia. It's not easy. Crowd is against us, against you, media, everybody. A team comes hard at you, and it's a very difficult environment, because at the end of the day they wanna win as well. But look, I mean, hat off to Indian youngsters, the way they came, and especially without Virat Kohli. The big players were missing. But wow, it was pleasure to watch. And because I actually was amazed to watch that how they come over it. And like I said, the big congratulations to them.
Yeah, and the good thing about being an Indian player these days, whether you're playing in South Africa, Australia, England, you have plenty of fans inside the stadium supporting you, cheering for you. It's not what it used to be 10 years ago or 20 years ago.
Yeah, look, I mean, if people want to see exciting cricket, no matter where it is being playing, and people want to come and support, like I said, it's unfortunate that with this COVID, I really pray to Allah that it goes away, and
Yeah.
Allah have His mercy all the people all over the world, and then we come back to normal where we were. And for me, I think share more love. I think this thing showing us that we should be a care for each other, more than what we used to be. So like I said, everything come for a reason. Probably from this we can learn, and people come more, coming back to your point, and start watching cricket in the stadiums, and the stadiums get full again.
Do you think the robustness of Indian cricket is because of IPL?
Sorry, my brother, lost you there.
I'm saying the robustness of Indian cricket, is it because of IPL?
Yeah, look, like I said, it's a great platform for the youngsters, and that's what you want to see. A lot of good players come, and I'm sure there's plenty of more to come. And if you have a league like that, you're always gonna produce players. So I mean, this is a very good thing for Indian cricket, but obviously the way, like I said, they plan it.
Absolutely, and it's a great thing, to see you play IPL for CSK. So how's it still having MSD behind the stumps?
Well, it's always a pleasure to playing with that guy. Yeah, no, look, he's obviously been playing with him from last 3 years. He's a great guy. For me, he's a great human being. Understand everybody, respect everybody, and we love him. I mean, he's the guy who's got the knowledge best in the world, and you just don't need to say anything to him. He knows what field he needs to set for us, and we just need to come and bowl. And plus, we have a pleasure to be in his company, learn a lot of things, and that's what you want as a cricketer, like I said. So yeah, no, look, I always have him in my team, and I'm obviously always wish that I just keep going and play for CSK, because I'm just been really enjoying my cricket.
And creating that culture of swimming against the tide. This is what MS Dhoni is all about. You can't be winning all the matches, all the finals, but the way you carry your team. Last year they couldn't do well, CSK, your team, but the way they carried and got a little bit of momentum towards the end. So this year it should a different sort of CSK should be there on the field, right?
Yeah. Sorry, yes, I lost you there. You there?
No, I'm there. I'm saying that different kind of CSK we can get to see this year, because MS Dhoni has created this culture of swimming against the tide. So that will help.
Look, I mean, the guy understands cricket. We've been calm as ever. I mean, after that campaign, obviously we were so sad and disappointed because we weren't winning. But that's not always. I think the team culture is more important. Everyone understood what was happening, and we obviously hoping for a very good season again, and we're gonna work more harder and come back with the better planning, and hopefully we will do really well this year for CSK, and we want that. I mean, as a player, the franchise look after us so well, and we want to give our 500% for them.
Absolutely. And your best top 5 spinners you've always followed, from your generation, from your previous generations, you really loved watching them. You've seen them, you've idolized them. Who are these top 5 spinners in world cricket?
Look, for me, Abdul Qadir is the first one who I always wanted to be. I've got Shane Warne in my book. Then the people who I really look up to, and there is a third spinner, obviously Mataya Murli, which was as great as Shane Warne and Abdul Qadir, because the guys took so many wickets. So you have to appreciate that. Look, there is Mushtaq Ahmed.
Yes.
And my 5th one will be somewhere is a left arm spinner, which is Daniel Vettori, who was amazing.
Yeah, and your top 5 batsmen, before I let you go. I know you're rushing to the practice. Your top 5 batsmen.
I actually got 5 minutes, but I can tell you that I've got ABD. It's very, very hard to say, but the guys who I played against. Otherwise, I was gonna say Sachin and a few other names.
Yeah.
But for me, it's AB de Villiers, Virat Kohli, Hashim Amla, Kumar Sangakkara, and the guy who I played against is this my fifth one?
Fourth one. One more left.
Yeah. So it's got to be Yunus Khan.
All the best. Thanks a lot for being on SK Live. Best wishes for the match.